Hey everyone, we are going to talk about other revenue streams you can utilize in your serial. Before we get started, this is really bright. I know it's like the first red slide that we had all course, but it's really important, and I want you guys to be aware of this. So, there's some reading apps out there, quite a few of them that specialize in serialized content that offer really low royalties and bad contracts. A lot of them really take advantage or try to take advantage of young aspiring authors, and they want your stories and for you to promote them outside of their platform, which is completely fine. But you shouldn't be accepting anything lower than 50% royalties for your writing. Audio comics may be a little bit different because they require outside work, but you wrote it and they need you on their platform to keep it alive. Do not let them these reading apps, some of them are really good sweet talkers. Don't let them bully you or make empty promises because a lot of them will. This is not legal advice, but just my experience and a lot of my authors who are friends, experience as well with these reading apps. Before you do anything, before you sign the contract, please make sure you have a lawyer read it over. A lot of the contracts in these reading apps love to grab all the rights that they can. They will grab every single right if you let them. And make sure you have a termination clause in the contract and make sure it has teeth because I've heard so many horror stories of authors getting screwed over, and I don't want that to happen to you. I know we're talking about serials, and reading apps are one way to go when we think about serials, but some companies in this space are really terrible to authors and they don't care about you. Some do, some are great, but just be aware. Okay, we'll get into it now. I'm sorry for my little spiel, but okay, so some other revenue streams that you can get specifically from these reading apps, or from your audience too. Um, some reading apps offer bonuses. They'll offer a sign-on bonus where this could potentially be in addition to your advance. Sign on with us and we'll give you $1,000 completely for free just to have your stories on our platform. You can also get a reader bonus, which is basically I'll just give you an example. I don't know if this is like an exact example from a reading app, but when you hit 10,000 readers, you get $100. But I really want you, when you're seeing these bonuses, to think about, does the app have 10,000 readers? Is it possible to get to that point? Is it easy? Is $100 worth it to you? Because they will sometimes reading apps will throw around these numbers to try to get you to promote a lot for your book. And if you want to do that's great. I'm not saying don't. Just ask yourself some of these questions before you sign on with these bonuses. You can also get advance, which can be in addition to your bonus, or it might be the same thing depending on how it's written in your contract. I would highly advise the majority of authors should not rely on bonuses, especially for reading apps. Some people can consistently receive bonuses every month on places like Kindle Vella, but bonuses, especially if they're not written into a contract, can easily be taken away. And you shouldn't, for the most part, I know some people have, and that's great, but you shouldn't base your entire income off of them because again, if you don't have a document that says you get a bonus, this big of a bonus on X date for X reason, they can stop doing bonuses altogether and you'll completely lose all of that income. So you need income outside of those bonuses or revenue or profit outside of those bonuses. Some other ways we have ad revenue. Some platforms have ads on the platform for free reading, and readers can watch those ads, take part of them, and the author sometimes gets a percentage of that like revenue that the ad brought in. Next, we have tipping. Tipping can come in many different forms. But there's platforms like Tapas that have tipping built in. So readers, if they're really enjoying your work, they can tip you, give you some money just for being you and writing your stories. Next, we have creator economy. So the creator economy is still growing, and you can utilize some different revenue streams from the ideas that the creator economy has. This is a revenue stream that you control directly instead of having like reading apps direct it for you or control it for you. And just to give you an idea of what you can do, you can add products into your stories that people want to buy. So, for example, maybe you have a badass female main character who loves wearing high heels, and I don't know, maybe this is a thriller and she is secretly an assassin and she's always wearing distinct high heels when she's killing all these people. If your readers really resonate with that piece of clothing, you can spin that off into your own clothing brand or your own clothing line and sell those distinct high heel shoes. And it could be done very tastefully. And I feel like not a lot of people have done it yet, but I'm excited for you to try maybe. And if you do that, let me know because I just love all this kind of stuff. But that's just one idea of how you can use the creator economy to bring in some revenue for you, especially with your cereal. But that is all for this section. I will see you in the next one.